Much will now recognize Mr. Scott.
There was good balance on the council until you had sector separation. And so just the council typically doesn't vote based on which state they're from, they based on which industry they represent. So the commercial guys from Florida are going to vote with the commercial guys from Texas, are going to vote with the commercial guys from Alabama, or the recreational guys vote together. The difference has been that the National Marine Fisheries Services guy has effectively always been the tiebreaker, and I said, well, he always votes with the commercial guys, and to their credit, Sam Rouse said, no, he doesn't. He abstained one time. And I don't necessarily blame the charter boat guys for this, but when they got pushed down to a season where they couldn't even pay their bills, then they separated the sector so that they could get a longer season. And so now as long as the commercial guys and the for-hire recreational guys, the charter boat guys, vote together, the guy who just wants to take his kid fishing and not have to pay somebody to do it is out of luck. You're down to the 3 days. That 3 days, by the way, gets blamed on the states a lot. But the fact of the matter is, Mr. Miller, as I understand it, from Nick Wiley from Florida, and I know Spud from Georgia too. I trust y'all. Susan Shipman was the marine biologist in Georgia beforehand. If Susan told me we need to shut the fishery down, I'd say, Susan, I respect you. I trust your science. I got you. But my understanding is if y'all all agreed on what the season would be, and we had one season, state and federal, it would be 15 days. Is that correct?
There's been a few numbers kicked around, but I think that's consistent with what has been talked about.
So 15, 16, 17, maybe 20 at the outside. So it's not really fair to blame the states when the states only did what they had to do so that they could, I mean, the mom and pop that's out there with a small bait store, it's got to have a season. So, Mr. Comstock, I appreciate you mentioning the depth. So why don't we just give the states total control to the, say, the 30-fathom line? That would give you 180 feet.
Certainly, if that's what the Congress would like to do, they're more than welcome to do it.
Well, see, the problem is the money. The problem is the money, not the money that Congress has, but the money that the people that are making the money off the current system have. And I would appreciate your help in looking at that. But there's no difference. I again want to reiterate to my colleagues, the fish is dead. The fish is dead. You're fishing for grouper on the same spot you're fishing for snapper. Is that an accurate description, Mr. Ray? The fish is dead? You just can't bring him home?
They're very difficult to revive when they've been pulled up from deep water.
And so I just like to make the point that while they blame it on the states, the way it is being run, the recreational angler would only have around a 15-day season if the states had not done what they did to at least give us a chance. And by the way, they picked the 15 days. It's not like you look at your calendar and say, I've got 15 days, I'm going to go hunt or fish this year. They pick the 15 days, and if your calendar doesn't work in it, that's just too bad. So with that, I'll yield the remainder of my time, but I look forward to the support of the seafood harvesters and the creation of the additional sanctuaries where we won't allow commercial fishing in the Gulf.
And we'll now recognize the gentleman from Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. He yielded me a minute.